Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with the Ozempic habit. Bye. Let's get straight to the intro. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on also, that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. Let's put this mic up here so that way we can get this all out there right off the top in one take, man. Blue Devil, Haters World, right? Did a video and he mentions me. And I know, come on, haters. You're so happy he mentioned you. Not necessarily. I could really care less, other than the fact that my name was mentioned. And I told you guys it's raw and uncut with no added preservatives anymore. If you say something about me, it's a must that I retaliate and say something about you, right? And I'm not going to sit here and go ham and eggs on this guy, man. This man is in his lane doing what the fuck he does. The title in his channel says it all. Haters World. He's a hater in his own world, speaking on what he wants to speak on. And who am I to sit here and tell that man what to talk about and what to not talk about? Hey, I've done that before in the past, try to give people advice. Hey, maybe you should not speak on this or speak on that. They don't give a shit, so I don't give a shit, man. That's just the way it's going down now. Hey, to each their own. Do you, I'm going to do me. But I was mentioned because I did that video on High Power Fitness. Keep your fucking shirt on, essay, right? I did my video on High Power Fitness. And I didn't mean it to be disrespectful. I didn't mean for people to be upset with that man. I just was stating blatant facts, man, just being real. You know, I was not hurt by the way High Power Fitness conducted himself. I don't feel like he's an enemy or someone that I have to go after or go back and forth with. None of that, man. I respect that man. I just don't respect the fact that he got all up in my family's business and my business when he was considered a friend or an associate or an ally or something of that nature. That's what I considered him. Now, he might consider me something different. He might have just utilized me as an instrument to help his platform or to make thumbnails for him or whatever, right? But there was plenty of conversations that we had, plenty of times that we talked about just our families and our personal business, man, and just had a good old time, man, with respect. So, you know, to me, I was a little not hurt by that, but I was a little shocked, okay, that he conducted his business the way he did. I thought I was out of that box, man, where, you know, you can call me, hit me up, and it is what it is. There's a lot of haters running around. Oh, you're just trying to divert all these people that are hating on you and change the subject and point it at the viejito, man, put the business on him. I'm not. Again, everything I do is in retaliation. You got to understand, I didn't start the bullshit. I didn't make a video about that man questioning his integrity, questioning him at all. Not once. Never once did I do that. You know, I merely stated the facts and pointed out what was going on when he made a video about me first. That's just what it is. Tit for tat. You know, two can play that game. Monkey see, monkey do. Keep your shirt on. Por faz. Now Haters World gets involved. And he gets involved for good reason. And he makes a video. And the reason he was involved, because I showed text messages that were between myself and, of course, High Power Fitness. And in one of those text messages, he did mention Blue Devil. He did ask if, you know, I had any fucked up pictures of Blue Devil. And I understand why, man. He was going to make a thumbnail. Him and Blue Devil, I guess, were going back and forth, or he felt that Blue Devil, and he called him Blue Torta, but Blue Devil had, man, I've never called that dude that. Not that I recall, right? But that they had some type of beef ongoing or whatever it was. He didn't agree with him. And he decided that he was going to make a video and he wanted to utilize that, a fucked up picture in one of his thumbnails. If you watch that video, you could easily say, I said, hey, bro, if you want a fucked up picture, just Google one. They're all over the place, right? Just like there's pictures of myself in compromising fucked up positions all over the place. It just is what it is. I didn't necessarily have one on hand. If I did, I probably would have shot him one of a dude like that. Right? or tipping over a cow or doing whatever shenanigans Blue Devil used to do. Now, look, Blue Devil is brown. He's raza. He's from Southern California. And I know, man, in the past, he's made a lot of derogatory statements and comments about norteños. I get it, man. When your whole shtick is, you know, when he first came out, it was super campo, super sureño, Southsider, this, and that. If you notice, you don't see those things anymore on his channel. Those conveniently got deleted from his channel. Now it's all about the haters world. He's pushing his movement. He's pushing his projects, his interviews. He's doing what he does. And as long as he keeps me out of his fucking mouth, I don't got no issues. You know, but I don't really care if he does. Hey, being a brown man as a content creator, I understand, and I'm sure Blue Devil understands, man. We all need each other to some extent. All we have is each other, whether it's hating on each other, disrespecting each other, showing each other canalismo and love, whatever the case may be, we all need each other in some form or fashion. That's just the fucking honest to God truth. I see Blue Devil's numbers doing better. I see him putting in the work, and he's doing exactly what I've told every other person. Hey, the more effort and work you put in, the more results you're going to get in the positive, not the negative. Now, he's a little controversial. He's controversial in the things that he says. One thing I could commend him on and respect is he don't give a fuck who you are. You could be another Southsider, you could be a Northerner, you could be a black, you could be a white. Hey, if Davalto has something to say, he's going to say it. You got to respect the man for speaking his mind, okay? All the other shenanigans behind the scenes, like the shit with him and Whack 100 and Whack 100 saying this and that, you know, that's Whack 100. Oh, Paru, that's Whack 100. Keep your shirt on too, Flabby. That's his shit too, right? He's going to argue, fuss, fight, cuss, disrespect mothers. He's going to do all that. He's done the same thing to me that he did to Blue Devil. You got to take it with a grain of salt when it comes to Whack 100. That's just what he does, man. Drama makes for good numbers and good views. That's the whole get down behind the scenes with this shit. The more drama, the more money you can bring home to mama. Bring home the bacon. Puerco. That's just how that is, right? So their whole little thing that they had a while back, you know, and there was a lot of people going in on Blue Devil. But I think what Blue Devil fails to realize, recall, or remember is that when all that shit went down, I actually called Whack 100 questioning him about that. I actually was on Blue Devil's side, him being a brown man. And it wasn't a black or brown thing, but I understood exactly what was going on there and what exactly Whack 100 was about, right? So at the end of the day, man, that's exactly where I stood. And Blue Devil is so stuck on that dropout, active, non-active bullshit that he can't give credit where credit's due. It's just like, oh, well, fuck that Vato. I didn't ask for that, right? Well, I didn't ask for you to fucking mention me in a video just like you didn't ask for me. See, I didn't mention Blue Devil in a derogatory way. I made a statement in that High Power Fitness video with that text message. And the statement was simple. You know, you're from Southern California, bro, and you're supposedly or allegedly still in good standings. Not active. I'm talking about high power. And you're asking me questions on other active dudes, alleged active dudes. Like, I always thought that wasn't cool. But then again, why do I give a fuck, right? I'm not playing those games. I'm not involved. You know, and if you notice in that text message, or you notice in the way I conduct myself, I'm not. Look, I make videos on who I want to make videos on. If someone disrespects me, I disrespect them right on back. And I just keep it pushing. Most of the time, I just make it funny and do my thing, right? Blue Devil, if you notice, I don't disrespect that fool that much. We've made a couple videos. He's mentioned me. I've mentioned him. But I could care less about what he's doing, man. Respects to him and the people that he has around him for pushing a movement and making their money. I got to respect it, right? But he does a video yesterday, and it wasn't a bad video, but he did basically say, hey, if Gunner thought he was going to use me and Santo G by putting up those text messages, he's got us twisted. I never thought that. I don't have expectations for people. My threshold for expectations for people is very fucking low, especially nowadays, man. Everyone, most people, especially in this YouTube shit, are all fucked up, right? They ain't got their shit together. They're going to just use people. They don't give a fuck, right? So I never expected him to be upset. I just was putting facts and truth out there. You know, Blue Devil is allegedly a Southsider in good standings or someone who associates with them, right? I don't know his business. But I'm only putting out there what's public knowledge and what he puts out there, right? And he feels some type of way about guys from up north. But lately, he hasn't been really disrespecting dudes from up north. But you know there's going to be a bias. Just like dudes from up north are going to have a bias. I mean, he was in that dude. We rocking with Thumps, right? He was in Thumps' song in the beginning. doing typical Blue Devil things, you know, disrespecting whoever the fuck he feels like it. You know, and in that song, man, he was disrespecting other Southerners. And it was taken out of context, of course, man. And it was meant to basically make him look bad and to get him caught up with his own people. But at the end of the day, I understood what that part of that song was, because I remember the initial video when he did it. He was just saying, damn, we get hated on our own by our own people, is what he was saying. Him being a Southerner, he meant other Southerners hating on him. He might say it a little bit different. He might fucking be a little bit more out there and crazy the way he words things, but that's just him, man. You know, I mean, when a person, he can barely, you know, shush, talk a little bit, then that's just is what it is. It's going to sound different to other people's ears than it is coming out of his boca. But respects, man. Do you? He did mention in the video yesterday that he thought that I was going to try to utilize him to do anything. Hey, look, bro, if I got something to say, I'll just say it straight up. You know, I ain't trying to utilize no one to do my dirty work, bro. I do what I have to do, right? Unfortunately, because I don't want to do that. You think the last thing I wanted was to disrespect that dude, High Power Fitness? Absolutely not. I respect older gentlemen. I respect people who've been in the game. It don't matter what side you're on, north or south. I'm not playing that shit. I'm the last person on earth giving a fuck about if you're a Norteño or a South Sider, man. I respect both causes. I understand the hardship and the struggle within both causes. I'm not sitting here to prove who's better and who's not. You know, I don't have to wear red all day. I can wear blue, devil, right? I could do my thing. But I did see that he made a video and people were like, hey, bro, he was talking shit about you. No, he wasn't. He just said, man, if I was trying to get him to if I was trying to use him as a tactic, man, then he ain't going for it. I respect that, but that wasn't the case. I was just showing, and your name, Blue Devil, just happened to pop up, right? Because there were so many more that I could have used, man, but I didn't. And it was just you. And I'm going to keep it real. You're more known than a lot of other dudes. You've created a lane, created a platform that I respect. Do I sit there and watch Haters World all the time? No, absolutely not, because I don't agree with the derogatory way and things that fucking Blue Devil has said and the way he has conducted himself in the past. But I don't knock his hustle. I don't hate that man. I don't make video after video after video disrespecting that man. That man has brought my name out of the fucking blue many a times, right? But I respect it because, hey, you know who I am. You know what's up. The names, when you mention my name and Dub's name and these certain names that you mention, is because you recognize that seat at that table. It's because you recognize the threat. It's because you recognize who we are and what we bring to the table. And that's just the facts. You can deny it all you want. Oh, I don't give a fuck about you, Vatos. I don't give a fuck about you either. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean I'm going to go disrespect you and call you out of your name. You know, like I said, when that whole shit happened with Whack 100 and people kept dragging it on, I let it go. I had my little argument with Whack 100. He didn't like the way I was coming. He didn't like the fucking line I was pushing. And I was pushing it, you know, on behalf of a brown man, just being real. But I didn't get no pat on the back for that. No hug, no mean mug, just a couple shoulder shrugs. It is what it is. I understand that whole active, non-active, north-south thing's always going to be what it is. I get it. I played it. I lived it. I've been in it, right? I rolled in the mud, homie. You know? So I know exactly, you know, the piggish activities. But at the end of the day, I do understand that when you are a part of something bigger than yourself, you have to conduct yourself and play by the rules. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean everybody plays by the rules behind the scene, right? And I was just showing that, you know, people like High Power Fitness ain't always what they seem on the surface, you know, and it's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing to have a conversation and tell me, you know, hey, bro, I'm not tripping if someone drops out. I'm not tripping if someone's non-active, man. You know, shit, if I was facing life, man, I don't know what I'd do. Them conversations were really had, whether you believe them or not, right? Oh, you're putting your personal shit on blast. Hey, I'm just saying, hey, I'm just retaliating for what he said about me and my family, man. And my integrity, you know, and questioning me rather than picking up a phone. As far as Blue Devil, I ain't mad at Blue Devil. I ain't got nothing against Blue Devil, to tell you the truth. So what if he's an active Southsider? Get yours. Get yours, man. You know, I'm not going to sit here. In the past, I have had things to say. He's had a lot to say about me too. You know, so of course, tit for tat, but I'm not going to sit here and disrespect that man. You know, I'll clown a little bit. Bro, let that Ozempic go. Put your shirt on and stay off the pipa, right? And when I mean the pipa, I mean the Ozempic pipa. Get off of it. That's it. You're withering away. You know what I'm saying? You're shaking like a leaf and looking like one. Crumbling, right? I do it out of fun, right? I don't I don't want to see that man hurt. I don't want to, bring up old things. I could sit here, you can sit here and say, oh man, that fool Gunner, he's fucking a dropout. He's this, he's that, and then I could bring up shit like, hey, bro, fucking Baldacci pulled up to your spot right there and you reported him. You know what I mean? I could pull up bullshit like that too. Why? What do we gain and get out of that? Nothing. Just a lot of back and forth and bullshit, man. Hey, I respect what Haters World is doing as far as his channel, his content creation, and how he's keeping it respectful and G. No doubt. But as far as me trying to utilize him and him saying, oh, you were trying to utilize me to do your dirty work? Nah, bro. I can do my own. I put in my own work. I've never asked anyone to do anything for me. I've never asked one person on earth to make a thumbnail for me. I've never asked one person on earth to record for me. I've never asked one person to wake up, take my kids to school, get back and record my videos for me. Like nothing I do, just like Haters, I respect, but everything I've done Bolo on my own. I created my own platform, my own network, my own channel, everything. And almost 99.9% of the people that I've helped out, and I'm very generous. I help a lot of people out. I help them, right? Spit in my hand, disrespect me, get a few fucking followers and then act like they don't need someone no more. Act like, oh, I become the competition. It goes from friend to foe. I go from, hey, man, can you help me do this? Can you help me get monetized? Can you give me the rundown G on this? Can you help me with that? Can you? Yeah. I'm a whole bunch of yeses. Yes. Yeah. I got you, bro. I got you. Because I respect, what you're trying to push, your narrative and all that. I question it sometimes and I'll bring the question to you. I'll call you and ask you if I have a question, right? But then when you get a few subscribers, something to turn around and I don't need you no more. You're now the adversary because I want your spot. I want your position. Like, damn, bro, I should have seen it coming. It's happened so many times, but I guess I have a heart. But I am also an asshole. I seen Dubs made a video talking about, Blue Devil, a very respectful video and mentioning high power. And he said it in his video, Gunner's more of an asshole than I am. I usually am. I usually am. I usually don't want to fuck with someone at all. And it's just because of all the negative energy I've received. And that's just the truth. So as far as Blue Devil goes and all these people that are getting at me, go in on him. Why? I don't want to go in on him. I'll have fun. I'll clown a little bit. But I don't want to disrespect that man like that to the fullest, man. He didn't say nothing bad about me. He told the truth. Look, I'm not active, man. He's going to feel the way another man tells him to feel. I understand. I used to do the same thing. A lot of dudes will be like, I'm on my own 2 feet. I'm really bad. I'm really about it. Man, shut the fuck up. Put your shirt on. That's it. Okay, fuck. Hey, Benson. All right? Look, everyone's going to listen to someone. Even you right now working at Taco Bell. If the shift manager tells you no fucking break, no fucking break. It just is what it is. Everyone's going to listen to someone. I'm not going to listen to anyone but Jesus. That's it. That's the only one that gets played with me. Everyone else, hey, I'm going to do what I do. I get people, hey, don't even acknowledge these haters. Don't, hey, until you've been in the position myself, Dubs, and other people, even Blue Devil to some extent, have been in, having people come at you from left and right, because, hey, Blue Devil, don't forget, man, he was able to climb up out the mud because YouTube has a shelf life. People forget. But, man, when that shit happened with Whack 100, there was all kinds of raza, all kinds of Southside, all kinds of Northern, all kinds of people going in on him. You got punked by Whack 100. You got punked. Remember that? And everyone's like, ooh, he ended Blue Devil. Ooh, look, Blue Devil's back, stronger than ever. All it is time, air, opportunity, man. Everything's going to bubble back. I got a lot of people coming at me. Oh, Gunner, you scam people. Oh, you work people. Oh, you did this. You did that. You did this. You did that. Look, say what you want to say. Feel how you want to feel. I'm not trying to misdirect. I had someone get at me. Oh, man, you're trying to fucking go in on high power now because you're trying to shift the fucking attention off you. Hey, a tan hood, keep your shirt on. You can look at me and watch me all day. I'm not diverting nothing. Whatever I got coming, I got coming. What I didn't do, I swear up and down I didn't do, right? And like I said, ain't no one going to get a buffalo nickel up out of me. I ain't never asked anyone for anything, and everything I've ever got, man, I appreciate it. Respectfully, right? But at the end of the day, you need to understand this. I'm not going to fucking make moves because other people tell me. I'm not going to disrespect Blue Devil because people tell me. That man said what he said. He felt how he felt. And no, Blue Devil, for the record, I say I'm not trying to use you to go in on high power. I could care less what you and that author got going on, right? That's Southern business, right? I always get told, stay out of Southsider business. Oh, no, go watch Jay Hands. He'll give you all the Southsider business you want, right? And people will support it. It's crazy. Anyways, with that being said, I just want to put this video out. I didn't think Blue Devil was too disrespectful. And, as far as High Power Fitness, man, I don't hate that dude. Not at all. Not at all, man. You know, I actually respect a lot of the things he does. I just don't respect the fact, like I said, man, I'm a little shook up with the fact that he couldn't just call me and hit me up, man. Call me every other time. Anytime there was problems with him, AG, some fucking troll, put my address out there. AG, some fucking troll, man. He's putting pictures of me and my old lady out there. That ain't cool. That fool Mikey's using pictures of my hyena. That ain't cool. And I said, man, fuck that fool, right? That ain't cool. AG, this, that. And then when something happens with me, immediately to the internet. Well, I don't know, man, if I could fuck with Gunner, because you're not supposed to be fucking with me anyways, bro. I'm not active, right? You know, you can't sit here and make videos and say, hey, well, I'll fuck with you out here, bro, behind the scenes, but in prison, you know what time it is. Now, I don't fucking know. You're supposed to, though. I know, and I told you. I tell everyone. When I do interviews with Southerners, Northerners, anyone that's lightweight, swear they're active, like that little Southsider, Rax, the other day, I did the interview. I told him about 10 times, hey, bro, you sure you want to do this? You know my status, bro. You know I'm not active. You can get in some trouble, bro. Woo-woo. Nah, man, I live dangerous anyways. Okay, truth. But I never want to put anyone in that type of danger. You know, people could wish death upon me, put me in dangerous situations. You know what I'm saying? All that with me, and it's all good. But if I say anything out of the ordinary, oh, bro, you're fucking, they play the victim. Fuck all them, man. Straight up, man. If you want to rock with them, fuck you too. Put your shirt on. That's it. Straight up. Anyways, hey, no disrespect towards Blue Devil. He's going to do his thing. But I think he got his fools mixed up like Brent Wood when he thought I was utilizing him to go in on that dude. No, that's the truth. That was a text message that he sent. He wanted a picture of you. There's plenty of compromising pictures, I'm sure, right? I don't need people to do my dirty work. I handle my own business. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly and honestly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people, man. This video is sponsored by Barrio Liquors in Turlock, California. If you're ever in the Turlock Central Valley area, pull up to the Barrio and get you some icy, some Slurpee, something cold to drink. Also by Sticks and Stones Yard Service in Tucson, Arizona. If you're in the Tucson area and need someone to do yard work for you, make sure you tap in with Sticks and Stones Yard Service. He got you covered like a state blanket. Itchy, but warm.